I'll pop stuff up. I'm trying to go live. All right, headphones got to stay on for the hair. That'd be something if I dropped my phone. We're high up in a tree and live streaming. I'm out of storage on my phone. How am I supposed to record my stream of consciousness and then go, I'm going to upload this and never do? So just go live, David, and pass the whole test. But Squirrels are gangster. That's what I wanted to title this. I don't even know how to title this bitch. Oh well, probably after. But you gotta rise up. You gotta be in observer mode. That's what I feel like happens every time I either like microdose and it like zooms you out, and then you're like, all right, David, so what have you done since, the last time I've wanted to start press and record and just have a stream of consciousness, and watch them back, but don't really, I don't know, it's not the same. It just feels like it doesn't have the same vibe after you watch it back. Is there a chat at all? Well, no one's in here. It's perfect. I won't get I won't get as self-conscious. So I'm hiding from the sun because I got burned to fuck already. But no, we were just mid-run and just driving through this place off like a little microdose, and it's like everything's lighter physically, vibrantly, everything's beautiful, It doesn't matter if it's here, it doesn't matter if it's on, 50th and Lloyd in Milwaukee. It'll still feel and look more beautiful, and you'll want to get tapped in, and you'll want to, dip your feet in a pond. You'll want to climb a fucking tree. Maybe that's just me. But recently I've had this thing where it's like, am I being present, or am I just in observer mode, or do I just not give a fuck? So I think it's kind of all the same thing. When you're present is when you're not, you're not letting the emotional charge build up. You're not feeling the body's anxiousness that it wants you to feel, the body's rigidness. You're not going to feel the body's, resistance. You're just going to be an observer of it. You're going to be an observer of your thoughts going by, your reality going by. And like just now, well, this morning, I guess I kind of had a timeline collapse for me where I was thinking about, I was like, oh, we're going to go up to Green Bay, stay at his house. I already looked at it. It was beautiful. Had a hell of a time up there. Maybe it was just the mushrooms. That's what I always tell myself. So I'm like, am I really doing and creating all this, or like don't give myself enough credit, or is it just the mushrooms, David? But that's what we are conditioned to as humans. We don't want to, we're used to that negativity. Oh, we don't have that power. That's outside of us. That's crazy. That's for this person named God. But yeah, he just got all fucked up again. So I don't know if he'll be able to get out in like August or what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna have to let go, of whatever attachments I had to that reality, at least happening in July. But it was really like, damn, it was like, this is, I was like, oh, this is how it happens. This is how the universe is working. a whole new place to live and new people and new places to go and new things to do. You know, it was all very exciting, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like this is it. This is my, my reality changing. You know, but you know, I need to let go of that, but I need to also be like it still can. Like I'm not putting any trying not to put like any new borders around it or even borders around, myself right now. And so then it's one of these days where I get to kind of fuck off and just do me. But at times it feels like, oh, David, you should be, I'll get a fucking Bitcoin update or something and be like, you should be locking in and trying to trade right now, David. You should be working at your job, Here you are fucking around and timelines, you created are falling apart. But you just gotta stay in observer mode. You just still gotta stay present with what you're doing where you are. It was fun. I went to play basketball. There was 3 other guys. I was like, y'all wanna run twos? That was fun. I was high as fuck the whole time, but that's my excuse for why I sucked. But like I said, observer mode. You have to. It's just like being on top of a mountain. You're on a mountain and you're high as fuck, and you see things differently. You rose above. You rose to the higher chakras. You climbed a tree to rise above all the bullshit and the stress of the normal human being cosmic play. You know what I mean? And like I'm just dog sitting for my sister. Her and her husband just always seem stressed out. I'm just like, that's never gonna be me. Like, God, I hope that doesn't happen. And just seeing old people, the way they are and tied to their ways, but then you see how it affects their health. And that's why it's like, God damn it, I want to take care of my health. But then that fucking makes me worry about everybody else my age then who isn't taking care of their health or is emotionally, just still caught in the game, still just caught up in the game, trying to chase money or whatever. And, not giving themselves time to just rest, much less time to meditate or stretch or work out or, move the body. And I worry about their long-term health. And it's hard. It's hard because, you want the best for your friends and family and whatnot. But it's like, it's not even about feeling like an asshole, trying to tell them. I don't know. Because I've been that, I know what my ego is like capable of. I've been that asshole to just put my opinion on a pedestal over everyone else. But I feel like I just want to be able to talk to people and be like, all right, this isn't David talking. This is third party observer who isn't emotionally attached. Maybe you should da 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 da. And that's literally how I want to speak to so many people, because otherwise they'll just get pissed off and resent you. Maybe I'm projecting all of this, but like I'm also projecting it because that's what I'm conditioned to. That's what's happened to me at times. But I need to be okay with that. And it's like every time I'm fucking in this state and I do want to just press record, I think of all the couldn't even tell you whose voices. But like, you're trying to like check the box for all these different labels and opinions that you feel like you gotta dodge. Because otherwise what? I don't know, ego ward or something, feeling embarrassed about something. I don't know. I leave all that stuff for the third dimension. Just don't feel attached to anything physical, you know. At times, you know. Wish it was all the time, but you know, it's like, all right, well, create your reality. What do you want? What do you actually want, David? I don't know. That's why I cherish days like these. It's like maybe this is just what I want right now. This is what I want. This is what I need. That's why it's happening. That's why I'm up in a tree right now. You know, it's not like I have to strive to be anything better than what I am right now, or I have to plan a future. I just have to stay sane. I don't know. Present. Fuck. I don't know. Um, here goes the crow. That's definitely not a crow. I think it's a robin, but it just took a shit. I'm waiting for that deer to come back. You know, once you fucking get in the, once you get tapped in, you know where the deer fucking hang out at places. He'll get taken there. He'll find him. Fuck. They ain't in a tree. Oh shit. Um, yeah, I guess I'll just go live more and more. This is easy. Don't have to worry about. Ain't no going back. No way I didn't. Don't have to worry about uploading on my laptop, trimming it down a little, having enough space to do all that shit. Just go live, David. We're entering a new timeline. It's where David live streams. It's from trees. But yeah, man, just the stress, just seeing the stress all around me. It really has made me blessed to feel presence and having alone time. I think that's really it. I really cherish my alone time after coming back from my trip. We'll get that up someday. We'll get that uploaded eventually. That's the thing. It's like I'm already a different person from that. I think that's the hard part. And I know when I do want to actually go back and edit my trip, I'm going to be a whole different person from then. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess embarrassing to, it just feels weird putting someone else out there that you're not right now already. I think it's also like, am I giving away energy per se by doing that? Am I, by sharing my thoughts to the world, is that, sharing your plans with people feels like it's giving away energy, but I don't know. I'm just trying to spread awareness and consciousness and share my own life's journey that this little bit of consciousness is. Because we're all the same. Damn. This fucking ant, though, dude. You can fuck off, you in particular. Climb the tree to get away from the bugs. And he's drawing out turkey tails right here. Well, that's all it is. You don't even need psilocybin mushrooms. You can just take other mushrooms and they'll get you tapped in. You don't want to climb a tree. You'll want to get a little naked. And it's just such an odd thing that's just accessible to us humans. Don't even get me started with ayahuasca. But, these are the plants that let you just put you into that observer mode. And you can get there through just meditating. But this is definitely a little bit of a shortcut. um, and that's all right. You don't got to knock yourself about that either. Um, and then you might not even be in observer mode, but you can tell once you feel a trigger, once you feel an emotion hit you, once you feel a part of your body start getting tight, squeezing up in resistance, you can go, oh, okay. You can just condition yourself, train yourself to zoom out. Those are the only times, start there, being in observer mode, and then it will become more and more natural. It'll be a muscle. Eventually, it's like, I can see why people go, what's the purpose of this all? But you got to give it the purpose. That's the beauty of it. You get to create the meaning to anything. There's no rules. There's no way it has to be right or wrong. It just has to be. It just has to be. It's just gonna progress. Time's gonna move forward, and it's gonna happen. And like consciousness then, gets to go one way or the other with it. Your stream of reality will go one way or the other with it. That deer comes back and shit. Man, just the other day I was thinking about start live. I was like, oh, I should go live, and then it was like an awesome hike. There was a deer and two turtles on the road and shit, and I was like, that's my sign to start live streaming, just to let the consciousness flow. I'm feeling flowy. But once again, maybe it's just the mushrooms. All right. Love y'all. I don't know how to end this. You won't want to see me try to get down from the tree. That's sometimes that's fun.